क्या? What?
आपका दिखाइए ना.
He's upset with that. अच्छा sorry, मुझे ऐसा लगा ऐसा कुछ.
वो वाला दिखाइए ना, आपका वाला. ये मेरा वाला.
Yes, so let's start. चलिए जल्दी आ जाइए, जल्दी जल्दी. Let's begin our interaction. ये कैमरा जब लग जाएगा तो फिर. Yes, so let Mansi start. It is in her honor. Everyone is.
Oh my gosh!
Has
No.
gathered. Yes.
No, I.
Not in honor. Sorry, it's a wrong word. It is in her love, to love her, to be loved by her. Everybody is here. Honor is not the right word.
Yeah.
Love is the right word.
No, I am so touched. Actually, I'm so touched just to see you all. It just really have no words. Really.
कुछ और तो बोलिए क्या? या 9 of Pentacles होने वाला है इधर.
9 of Pentacles क्या है?
Sitting silently.
अच्छा हाँ, transmission.
Connecting, receiving each other. बस ऐसा भी हो सकता है.
You know, I asked. I've been thinking a lot about my role in Quanto Life. You know, and Shivo has given me the role of helping everyone figure out their role in Quanto Life. And I was like, कि मेरा क्या role है? क्योंकि as Quanto Life has evolved, whatever I do, and this is one of our Quanto cultures, that the way we know we are on the right path is if we attract more talented people than us. That's how we know that we are on the right path. I'm the first person in Quanto Life, right? So all of you have joined are more talented than me. That's how I know we are on the right path. And there was in the beginning of Quanto Life, right? I used to do everything. I used to write the post. I used to make the charts, for astrology. I would do so many things. And the moment we had someone who could write or who did better than me, then, we'd happily give that to them. And I'm constantly like, हाँ, ये तो बहुत great है, पर मेरा role क्या है? And as we have grown, it has become like my role has become even more subtle. I'm like, organization ये person करता है, website का काम ये person करता है, charts ये बनाता है, posts ये लिखता है, अड्डा ये चलाता है, ये AD ये चलाता है, like everything, And so I asked, Krishna कि मेरा role क्या है? And the only answer he gave me is that now my job is only to love Quanto Life. That is the only role I have in Quanto Life, is to love everyone. So, and I'm feeling that this time, I'm really feeling that since I have come to India, and even before I've come, I feel that with my father passing away, I think for me, everything that was concentrated, he was also in the concentrated form, and he has spread, and I feel my heart has spread, everything has spread, and I feel more joy in seeing other people eat, in feeding them. I can't even taste the food anymore. And it's just like when I shop, I think I enjoyed more getting things for y'all than I did for myself. And I just feel that that is Krishna's blessing, that is his wish for me, and I think I'm here to fulfill that. So yeah.
When you have a song,
Huh?
song of you,
Which song of me?
dedicated to your heart. Maybe wish you will write.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when you will wish you write, anybody will write.
I hope so. I hope so. You know, for me, he has spread everywhere. Like he is everywhere. I can't feel him, but if I have asked a question, it has come to me, and I feel like in his last days, I feel that I met even Sunitta has become my heart sister because we've had that connection at dad's end of life, and I just feel his presence everywhere now. I think it's no longer in India, it's no longer in my heart, it's just everywhere. So
So I could very feel his presence and I want to try out to Mavi's book because there are next
yeah.
year we have to feel it very strict by something was this pregnancy was coming. Then Mavi meditated and I just was sitting down and could feel it. Next day I had the specific which are being tragic and I just completed my grandfather. Other people, but the Saju's name was loud, but it came very fast. And that was very fast. And entire pain was going on when we were doing this. And we had to put it at the first. The entire pain was going on. So that's the entire. You must visit that. That is the entire.
Thank you, Ramohan.
So one of the greatest tenets, which so Quanto Life is a very new kind of organization. I mean, uh, it is shaping in its own way, in its own organic way. There is no past behind it. There are no past concepts. There are no past theories that shapes it. And this is a whole new culture. And one of the culture which I really feel very wonderful about Quanto Life is an organization where when you see someone more talented than you feel inspired and not threatened. That I really feel is like it's a organization at a different vibration. Where else you will find an organization where you see a person more talented than yourself and you feel inspired, not threatened. And I think this is really the crux of because everybody is their life into control.
And many people we look up to. We are trying to invite them.
Yeah. And so that's why the role allocation has been so fluid here and so effective, and it quickly changes because nobody is feeling that way. That this is my role and this role is superior, inferior, nothing, no feeling like that. And you know why this has happened? What is the reason why we have this kind of culture? Can anyone suggest me why?
Because we are open to it, nobody wants to put each other. What happens in
Agreed, but why?
because everybody is open to it.
No, agreed, but why?
Because this is part of creation and the more diverse group is, the better the creation.
Right. Any other reason?
Here, everybody is here to absorb, learn, not to compete.
Here, learning is more important than success.
Exactly.
In an organization, if success is more important, then all these jealousy issues, comparison, all this will come. That I need to replace this person, that.
इसमें जो आपको अच्छे लोग जो आपसे जुड़ेंगे आपको so yeah
is the peak aspiration. But here we have many
Yeah, because it's like asking कि आपका favorite बच्चा कौन सा है? They're all your babies. I'm sorry about asking you that.
Aspirations which are higher than, but everyone knows that even that success comes from higher motives. Learning is the moment you understand that you see someone more talented than you, isn't it? Only with them you will learn. So, by the way, I am celebrating really. I mean, what happened few days back is really a big leap for all of us. It's really great to have almost 35 people from such a small organization. We have had 35 people speaking in world. Hi. Please find your own place. This is how people come and they find their own role in Quanto Life. The role is not given to anyone. They find
Guys, I think we lost them, right?
Yeah, seems like.
Because I just realized I became the host.
Why did you ask them to join then?
या हम लोग चर्चा करें.
हम लोग भी चर्चा करते हैं. किस टॉपिक पे चर्चा हो रही थी वैसे?
हम दोनों इतने पागल क्यों हैं?
पूछ के बताती हूँ.
सुष्मिता, आप कैसे हो? सालों साल के बाद देखा आप.
नहीं देखे भी नहीं, सच में अच्छी हूँ. अमराज नहीं, मैं सुनती हूँ. आई हूँ कुवैत. नाउ आई एम इन कुवैत.
Thank God.
बिजी ट्रैवलिंग. आई वाज ट्रैवलिंग इन
था,
बिटवीन.
बड़ा था.
बहुत पर पढ़ती हूँ. जो भी ग्रुप में होता है ना तो पढ़ती हूँ. बट टाइम सेट नहीं हो रहा है. लाइक प्रोग्राम का टाइम और मेरा टाइम विद ऑल माय अदर सब्जेक्ट्स ना. I'm not able to cope up. The same time, evening 7 to 9 India time and 10 o'clock till I'm also busy at that time only. So participation नहीं हो पा रहा है मेरा. But study भी important है. तो इसकी वजह से अब ना और कुछ नहीं. But अच्छा लगा suddenly मैसेज देखा ना कि उन लोग का प्रोग्राम. Then Manisha was traveling to yesterday night. Then she was video call with me and then she was telling she is going. I was feeling happy as if I am going there. तो ठीक है. Nice. Mansi is looking so cute.
आ गए
Is that the class for adults? So I think many of you must have attended Shree's class, right? Divya's class.
and look at the topics they have selected. I mean, everybody. Acha, another great thing that happened, how everybody supported each other. Because everybody came with a hazy mind. First thing, it's like, acha, chalo, ye tum bhi bolo, tum bhi bolo, tum bhi bolo. And then Suddenly, everybody matured into, oh my God, what am I supposed to speak? Then everybody started to speak to everyone. And the way their topics evolved after that, how they started, did you see how the topic started? They were at a different level. But when this interaction started, then did you see how they reached to the next level? Everybody reached the next level. I mean, this is an environment, this environment of World Transformation Festival, that challenge made, I mean, there were budding heroes, they were like fluttering, but I think they all have become different now. They are no more the same. They are in the different space today. So how many speakers from this gathering itself, if you see? Minaji, Dirga,
You can do it
Atin,
for
Ark, Manisha, Tisha, and anybody else is there? Atin I counted already. No, Rupali.
Rupali. Dirgha.
Vaibhav, Tisha.
Oh, sorry. Anything else?
So can you see in this small crowd, we have almost how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. यहाँ पर we have 8 speakers and both of us 10. So in this small crowd, we have 10 speakers who have spoken a forum on forum like World Transformation Festival. And this was really, this is a very, very small beginning, but this is the dream we had actually. This is the power of a clear vision, really. When the vision is clear, this happens. It was not even a year before we decided we are not going to be a mass organization. We said we will be an organization like, see, that was the easiest way I found to say what is Quanto Life. So we said Quanto Life will be an organization like Freemasons was in 18th century in US. Wherever we did not count, 11.
Speakers for the world.
We are counting how many speakers are there in this small gathering. No, Anurag, 11 speakers in this small gathering. So it was not even 1 year back. We said, we made a very clear choice. Mukul kahan gaya? Where is Mukul? Leela is also, Leela, you also spoke na World Transformation Festival.
I just made a comment. It's the World Transformation Festival, like Hindi, the World Festival.
Oh, okay, fine.
It's a Hindi.
No, that's a different chapter. So they are, whoever is comfortable in whatever they are speaking. If people are comfortable in German, they will speak in German.
Yeah. So when we did the World Parliament of Spirituality, right? When we did in South America, we did it in Portuguese. We did it in Portuguese and Spanish because that is what they wanted. So
but in this
it
one,
was,
we have only 2 Hindi speakers.
Yeah.
And
But
else is English.
no. Yeah, Hindi. He's also going to.
So very few, maybe 5-10% maximum.
And everybody else is speaking English.
But I'll tell you, when we did the World Parliament in South America, right, there was no English. We had to, like, little communication that I had to do, we had to use Google to translate. And it was completely done in Portuguese and Spanish, no other languages, because that is what they wanted and that is what they need. I mean, it is for them. It was a global transformation festival in South America. So it is what South Americans want, not what is global everywhere, because it was for them. So I think that is.
So I really feel, I did not realize this. This realization happened to me just a day before. That this is like the first leap we have created of which that dawned on us less than a year back. And the vision was very clear. We will not be a mass-based organization. We will be like Freemasons was in 18th century for US. And of course, the 18th century time, now the same consciousness doesn't work, but we don't have a great way. Right now, we don't have the words how to explain it. But what Freemasons was in US in those times, the Quanto Life will be in more intense,
Conscious.
much more conscious. So that kind of consciousness cannot create heroes in today's times. But the similarity is Freemasons created heroes and they're also creating heroes. And this is the first leap we have had in terms of creating heroes like in batches.
So it is a huge percentage.
So, no, it's not a comparison. But when, see, 1 year back, people used to ask me, what's your vision? Now, how do I tell them? I'll say, okay, our vision is not like a mass organization. Then what is the vision? I have to explain, right, in some language. There's no, it's a reference point. There's no comparison. Consciousness was totally different. Now it's totally different. But what is the similarity? They created heroes which created a nation. Not just a nation, actually, they really founded the global consciousness. Today, the world we see is founded by Freemasons. They have a huge contribution to make there. So, how it will happen? It's going to be very different than what they did. But the similarity is that they created heroes which changed the world then, and we are creating heroes.
And we can probably create much more, right? Because of the consciousness.
The consciousness today is much higher. See, we don't know. We are totally in unknown. Where we are going, we don't know. Yeah, but
that's the spirit that we always say, be ready for the unknown.
Right, and that's the difference between the 18th century consciousness and this consciousness. In 18th century consciousness, you could still strategize a lot, right? You could think, this is what I will do now, after this, right? The great heroes of that time did that, like George Washington. He was a great military strategist, great military commander. He was a Freemason, right? Yeah, how many? Initial president, US president, almost everybody was a Freemason. Everybody. Whether it's John Adams and the great polymath of that time, Benjamin Franklin, or whether you take Mozart, or whether you take a great entrepreneur, all Freemasons. Because something happened. See, what happened was, when so much diversity came together, magic happened. Nobody imagined. See, this is something I believed in many years back. In fact, if some of you are connected with me since the Orkut days, I used to have a community called Commune Celebrate.
Yeah.
I also did not know, but this was like fluttering in my mind. So I said, I want to create a commune where the artist will come, where the scientist will also come, where the entrepreneur will come, where a strategist will come, where a banker will, all will come together. Why they will come together? Because in that diversity, something massive will happen. The moment you connect with a person who is very diverse from you, something happens to you. Happening, and then the fructification kept happening. That's how it's. So this principle of diversity is so much part of quantum consciousness. And I'm very happy to say today is Gudi Padwa, and Gudi Padwa is a very, very important day. Gudi Padwa was the day when it is said that Brahma started to create the universe. Okay. And we are a Brahma path. So I'm very happy to note this, that there is a batch of 35 heroes which got created, and all these 35 heroes can impact the world. So this is what will continue to happen. This is what is our vision. What will continue to happen, we don't know. But this is what the vision is.
So I just want to say 2 sentences about the new generation. Like these hero kids that I've worked with, I'll tell you that they have done more in, they've had such deep experiences, and then they have led invocations. I've had some of the deepest experiences that I've ever had. And what would take probably us 10 years, they are doing it in 1 year. I mean, they are going at rocket speed, like Piyu, Rupali, Dirgha, you'll all say, you've all seen these kids just take off. You know, and whether it being leading meditations, their own experiences, like they are not just conducting a process, like they will take feedback from everyone. They will ask what is the issue. They will lead them. They lead what should do, and they've done that with adults. They have taught art classes. They've taught makeup classes, and the Ardhanarishwar by Divya, you know, when she channeled that, and just like I'm just blown by what they can. I mean, I can't even like forget even comparing what I was or what we were at 8. Just that is the not even like, you know, just like they're going 10 times faster even now compared to us. And I just think that while I think their energy has added so much to Quanto Life, like their energy, their consciousness has added, and I think that has made us parents heroes. You know, I don't think we have made them heroes. They have come as heroes, and they have made heroes of all of them, of us. And I really bow down to the parents who have trusted us with such little kids. And so thank you. Thank you.
And one fundamental understanding we had, new is more evolved than old. This is one very fundamental understanding which separates Quanto Life from every spiritual path. Every spiritual path, at least in India. There may be some spiritual paths in West who may be in this space,
Yeah,
but I don't find any spiritual path in India which says new is more evolved than old. And this is what we have believed in. This is what is our one of the foundation concept. New is more evolved than old. So we said we want to go younger. Yeah. We did not say we want to attract older people. We said we want to go younger. This concept was so clear to us.
Young at heart.
So we went teenagers. Okay. Then she proposed we go kids, right?
I had fought with him because I'm like, you have to put your money where your mouth is. If you're saying new is better, then we'll go there. You have to give it priority over everything else.
I really feel that whole kids program, it really rejuvenated us. It changed our consciousness in a very different way. I mean, today, if anybody hears, it's a tale. It's really a tale. I mean, I always used to say when we met in Lonavala for Quanto Life. So one of the questions I asked that time, what is the greatest resource of an organization? And then we discussed, in fact, we also discussed few times after that. So what I said was that tales which get created in an organization is the greatest resource. If organization has tales, nothing else is necessary. No money necessary, people will automatically come, everything will automatically happen. What is needed is tales, right? And what is the potential of this tale? That there are 3 kids from Quanto Life who were speakers in World Transformation Festival. Tell me what is the potential of this tale? What happens to people who talk about it? What happens to people who speak, who listens to this? Can you see the magic of that? So this is one of the things, you know, So this is one fight I always used to have with Atin. Atin, आज वो तुम्हारे साथ जैसे मेरा और मानसी का तो फाइट तो ना बड़ा एक वो सब लोगों ने बहुत मजे लिए थे उस दिन. I mean, I also enjoyed that session. She also वही जो हमने अड्डा पे सेशन किया था ना, how Shivo and Mansi fight and their stories of fighting. Their stories of fighting.
कौन सा वाला? Which episode?
Yeah. So one of the things I had with Atin was, Atin will always say, we should explain more about what we do in our programs. Atin, चलता हमारा constant fight. तो क्या क्या चलता है बताओ, तुम ही बताओ क्या, what is our constant fight? No, so you have to sell your content basically. Atin says you have to sell your content. इसके डिवाइस में हम क्या करते हैं, जैसे अगर हमको एनरोलमेंट करना है नए लोगों को, तो हमको क्या करना चाहिए कि अतिन से कि उनको बताओ हम ये इन्वोक करते हैं, हम फिर वो करते हैं, फिर वो प्रोसेस करते हैं. I said sorry, nothing. We are not that organization. What will pull people in is not our content. Is the miracle story. You explain what is a miracle happened with whom. That's it. We don't want to tell you what content happens. Suppose if we were to first decide for today what is the content of the talk, will there be this charisma? Why is this charisma? There is so much charisma and spontaneity. What happens in that moment? And this is how all of our program work. We may only have idea of how we will start a program. After that, we're totally gone. We don't know. Initially, I always used to, I mean, I'm really telling you, this is how our programs are conducted. There was this program happening in Lonavala, Success Sutra for current times. I'm really telling you, सब announce हो गया, मुझे नहीं पता इसमें क्या बोलना है 3 दिन तक. I don't know anything. And I'm asking, क्या करना है, क्या करना है, क्या करना है. Only on the night before the program was to start, I got this huge clarity. Okay, this is what it is. This time we started Ardhanarishwar.
Oh my God, that was something.
We had no idea what we are going to speak. No idea. There was no structure, there was no content, nothing.
This time there was absolutely nothing. Absolutely.
Imagine if we had a predefined content, would that magic happen? Because of unknown, in that mystery.
How many were there in Ardhanarishwar?
हाँ, कौन-कौन था Ardhanarishwar में? 1, 2, 3, मीना जी भी थी ना? 4, 5. मीना जी आप थी ना? Ardhanarishwar में.
6.
Do you see how it happened? We started with a certain premise. Maybe we knew little bit about. Maybe we knew little bit about what will happen on the first day. That's it. That's the only thing we knew. How we will start. Okay. So how the QuantoLife program happens? All programs are like that. There are some program where there is some structure. In the program where there is some structure is where we are integrating with some other modality. Like we are integrating with tarot, or we are having some astrology program or sound healing. So there is some already a structure of that particular modality. But QuantoLife programs, there is no structure. Only we know that these people have come in, and then we ask, okay, so what we knew in Ardhanarishwar, we'll ask everybody, where are you right now?
That is when we start. Where are you?
Right now, at this moment, where are you? That's it. That's the only thing we know. Then whatever is the energy developed, that's how we feel. This is the second day, based on the collective energy. Then comes the third day. That's how those magics happen. So I had no idea that when we will have that fourth day, that was the fourth day. Third day.
Like the Kama day.
How the magic will happen, I had no idea. I mean, we hadn't planned anything. But what kind of magic happened after that? That vibration changed QuantoLife completely. The fourth day, what happened in Ardhanarishwar, everybody, suddenly you will see that everybody started to laugh more. See, this is how the collective transformation happens. It was a small group.
The Kama Rati day.
It just spread everywhere.
That was third day. The sexual day.
And we were at
private messages on invocation.
And I'm telling you, after that third day was such a high, it was so unexpected that after the fourth day, if you remember, we had no idea what to do now. We were completely lost that day. Fourth day, nothing happened, right?
We had to take an election.
Sorry?
Election आ गया ना?
One day gap.
हाँ, एक दिन gap, हाँ.
Election.
I was very thankful कि चलो आज का दिन हमने gap किया था. That was also a divine blessing. क्योंकि अगर उस दिन प्रोग्राम होता तो कुछ अलग ही रहता. We wouldn't know what to do that day. So एक दिन gap हुआ, but even when they came for the fourth day, if you see, we were very aware. We did not know, right? We took another day to settle down. In fact, we took 2 days to settle down.
You have to say what happened on the. You have to tell people. People don't know what happened.
So you can share.
Anyone wants to share?
Nobody knew what was happening.
Third day we had the most sexual day.
There was a peak that happened.
अरे मेरे को कोई
And
सुना
then
ना?
again, because after the peak, we kind of, we plateaued. And then that upward journey began again probably on the 7th day. Isn't it? 2-3 days were a little bit dull. But this is how it is.
It was not
This-
that. It was next day
Huh.
you spoke about how today's society and politics are working. So that took us to another.
Right, so it was more intellectual. It became more, so because whatever happened that time, so I had to say, okay, then I said to myself, okay, now this is what has come. Now how do I handle it? Because there are consequences of this, right? So there has to be a concept. So that day became an intellectual day. It became an intellectual day. And I think that structure was also very necessary.
Yeah. So the third day.
was an understanding of how times are working, how times are moving, how society is moving. That is what.
Yes. So it was very intellectual, but it was a visionary. It was not experiential. It was not experiential really.
No, so the first 2 days were very intense.
It was full of observation. कि अब देखो क्या हो.
But it was observation not at a personal level, but
It was collective.
at a selective level, and
collective
also, of the structures.
First 2 days were like crazy, right? First 2 days.
Intense.
First 2
Heart attack.
days of Ardhanarishwar were crazy. Crazy means crazy, really.
Like
The kind of things that happened, I hadn't thought that all this will begin to happen
the
on
kind
the
of
first day.
stories that
I
were
thought this
shared.
will come on the third, fourth day, honestly.
Suchi का जो हुआ.
हाँ, Shuchi, Aruna, आपका भी हुआ बहुत. Yours also, first 2 days, my God.
Everyone was like the heavy.
Shivering.
Yes.
Literally, it shivered. People shivered with what was happening. Manisha का भी, सभी का. अच्छा, Manisha का last day हुआ था. Sorry?
Abnaz, Tino. It was very, very. So it was intense, and people were sharing such deep things that it is impossible. You can't even. These are the things that they haven't shared one-on-one with anyone.
I mean,
They were
people
sharing
share the things they have never shared. Forget shared. People do not even have an idea.
They don't even want to think
Nobody
about it.
think that this is might be happening. What these people.
To these people.
Third day, Abna asked the question, and then she regretted why I asked this question. So the PM किया, that Hanisha, did I ask some stupid question? मैंने कहा, it's a good question, and then वहाँ से third day में जब miracle हुआ, because of her question, जो हुआ.
Listen, it was literally like Kamdev and Rati took over. And we have never talked about intimacy in a mixed group with such lightness, with such joy, with such playfulness. And I think that day, I still remember invocation mein hamesha everyone writes their experience in the group. That is the first time I received private messages from everyone on their invocation.
बहुत मस्ती थी.
और मुझे लगता है कि सब लोग स्पार्कल करने लगे उसके बाद. वो जो थर्ड डे में ना, it was like someone had gone on a cosmic first date, and वो जो excitement, everyone came blushing and sparkling after that.
Hangover था.
Hangover था, नशा, रात का नशा.
तो उस दिन अगले दिन break था. Everybody saying we are in the some hangover happened. We don't know what to do now.
There is a tarot card.
Because they said, okay, now we want to enjoy the hangover.
Yeah, you want to enjoy. No, but the funniest part was, in tarot, there is the Six of Swords, okay? In that, there is this woman, a woman and a child, they're going in a boat. And, there's a person rowing, okay? So, ye jab bhi hua na, and we were having the hangover, so I just posted this song कि मुझे वो याद आ रहा है कि रात का नशा अच्छा सा someone and Amna was just like, this reminds me of Six of Swords. And oh my god, it was just like वो एकदम hangover, सबको intoxication हो गया था.
Yeah, and what stories came out?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like this.
I feel like yes, all person story.
So that was really the time where
not even think about
we shook off the past.
Conceive.
We shook off the past that day, and we said that okay, there is a new consciousness, and we were very honest. We don't know how to deal with it, right? And we all said that okay, when there is something so totally new, we are going to make mistakes, and fine, it's fine.
And we were very practical that this kind of consciousness might become mass consciousness in 200 years, 300 years. So if you are following that consciousness now, you will face the consequences of it in the worldly terms. Because when you are ahead of your times, if you feel like that, then you will have to face the consequences in this. It doesn't mean that a reward is not higher, but that's a choice you have to make as individuals.
So, if questions come, right? Those who are always ahead of time in of their life, they are going to face the consequences.
There are two kind of people in that. So this is a very good question. What about the people who are ahead of their times? Right? If they are ahead of times in terms of ideas, okay, then they face serious consequences. Serious means serious. They can die in a psychiatric hospital like Van Gogh, Vincent Van Gogh.
Even Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand is a different concept.
Tesla, who died penniless.
Yeah,
right?
so they are the people, if you see the people like Van Gogh and Tesla, Van Gogh, whose painting sells today in many millions of dollars, he did not have money to have food. He had a friend who will sometimes offer him, chalo ye, take some, this much franc and that, right? So he died penniless. He was very ahead of time. Tesla was very ahead of time. But there were people who were ahead of time. See, they couldn't change the world. Tesla did in certain ways. Well, he was also very practical sometimes. He was very practical. But there are people who are very ahead of time and yet they achieve success. In fact, they are the one who create the path. The great example is Krishna, and there are so many examples. So what is the difference in these two kind of people? People who are very charismatic, but they face so much struggle, they end up like massive, colossal failures. And there are people who are ahead of time and they become successful. What is the difference? In what way? See, the second kind of people do not condemn what's happening in the world. The first kind of people who become colossal failures because they were very brilliant or whatever, they are always resenting about that the world is mistreating with them, that they have got huge talent, world doesn't value them. Are you getting it? Always, resenting. There are, like, one example I want to give is of Ambedkar. He could have resented his whole life, but he found ways, he found paths. He was a person much ahead of his time. Isn't it? Osho, much ahead of his times.
He was very conscious.
Krishna, is where he is, right? And he is... Yeah, Stephen Hawking is a very talented person, and
But he didn't resent his
Stephen
cleverness.
Hawking, see the kind of difficulties
The
you cannot
physical,
imagine.
yeah.
You cannot imagine a difficulty a person can go through. So how did he achieve that kind of? Suppose if he had this thought that, you know, God has cursed me, and why this destiny, and why this world, and I'm in such a bad position. If he was resenting life, where would he end up?
You know, he still had a sense of humor, and he still celebrated.
What happened to me during 2005, retired Mumbai Ola. What I did in time, I created a brand. Office are top 100 influence of the brand. Telling us that there were 100 blogs I told how to go. Now everybody knows that I guided her in the I didn't want her to come. I pushed her, this is the way. And she directly is top 100 influencer. She trains people in social media. So they were like 100 people. It was like certain people used women against arrivals. And I thought I will do it in a different way. She came, I want to get it. Or don't get into women. No case she was under me. They were trying to get her. Then one finally they wanted a part of it. What I did, I got a rival man. And she told everything about how much she told no. Then she met Modi. Why don't you? She gave a report. Modi ji was it for you all on the national secretary.
Okay, so yeah, please.
The master who are ahead of time, like Osho was the master. Yeah.
So they are the people who are very ahead of time, and yet they become successful. They take it as a challenge, or they take it as an opportunity. That yes, that this is a new opening for the world, and they are supposed to lead it. So they are not resenting anything that comes. They know they are ready for all challenges. They know that they will be attacked. This will happen. That will happen. They are prepared for that.
So I have
So they are like a vision of a new world, and what is the current state of the world? They are able to create a bridge. How the world will cross. That's what brings them that colossal success. That is the difference.
This is what happened when I said I'm going to work. And of all the things, I want to become an air hostess, and I got selected. And there was absolute chaos in the house. First of all, woman going to work. Nobody had work. Then choosing a career which is taboo. And then, for the first time, a woman being told,
yeah,
women have to burn their wings. Imagine. Ab tak kisi ne ye nahi bola tha, you are different. You're a woman and you're a girl, so you're different. Nobody. I don't have bad memories of my childhood. But that day I was told. And it stunned me. For 2 days, I couldn't open my mouth. Third day, I just got up, called my mother, grandmother, and said, I am not going to burn my wings. Everybody was shocked. I said, I will not burn my wings. There's nothing wrong in going to work. मैं बदलूंगी नहीं, आपको डर लगता है कि मैं and I also said कि माँ ने wings जलाए हैं, now she will come with me wherever I go and she will get new wings. But the test came when after becoming the air hostess, I was still the same respectful person with all of them, and I would get gifts and all. That is when you said resentment nahi hona chahiye unke sath. No resentment. In fact, they saw the step, and believe me, 3 more people, 3 more girls in my family became hostesses. So that was being very small way I was ahead of my time.
So I really applaud the kind of hero Meenaji is. And I would also like to discuss, once Atin asked the question, that for heroes like her, I really would love to discuss what kind of space is Quanto Life, because there are lots and lots of people like that. We'll come to this. Yeah, Atin, what's your question?
My question is, like, the master was ahead of time. words. So there is a huge possibility of getting mistaken because you are expressing something and you are not able to do it words, and everyone is not able to understand. So like Osho was there. So there is a huge opportunity misleading the account of like mislead.
Misunderstood.
So what is your message for the disciples? Whatever.
उसके लिए ओशो ने बड़ा अच्छा कहा था, सबको सारे all masters know whatever they have said, once they are gone they will be misunderstood. People will. मैं एक एग्जाम्पल करता हूँ जो मुझे बड़ा फनी एग्जाम्पल लगता है. So I saw someone practicing some meditation, 3 hours sitting straight and all that kind of meditation. So now she had gone to Ramana Maharshi ashram. So then I asked her, did Ramana Maharshi technique? And I said, no, I can tell you Ramana Maharshi can never teach this technique. That sit straight for 3 hours because himself was lying down all the time. मतलब वो उनका था ये वो सोते रहते तो वो 3 घंटे बैठ के मेडिटेशन करेंगे. तो जब से वो 15 साल के हुए, जब से उनका एनलाइटनमेंट हुआ, when he experienced death, right? After that वो तो अपने पड़े रहते थे. तो ये ऐसे बैठ के उन्होंने मेडिटेशन करना सिखाया. Then she told me, no, it is the closest disciple of Ramana Maharshi who has developed this technique. Do you see? Ramana Maharshi का सारा काम उनके closest disciple ने खत्म कर दिया. Because he was living in complete surrender. Ramana Maharshi. ठीक है. अभी उनके closest disciple क्या सिखा रहे हैं? Come to the determination. Develop your willpower. That is the highest thing he is teaching. What Ramana Maharshi taught? Surrender. Surrender to the cosmic wish. Do you see how? The closest disciple has to sit. Completely finish this work. Completely. Right? So this masters know this will happen once they are gone. But they also know people leave. Now they are so some
गाइस कनेक्शन गया क्या?
हाँ ऐसे ही लगता है. वो लोग जाते हैं ना वहाँ कनेक्शन का प्रॉब्लम है थोड़ा.
हाय सखा.
हाय.
की हाल? तू क्यों नहीं आई?
नहीं मैं नहीं आ सकती थी ना. एक तो मैं एमसीटी बनी हुई थी यहाँ पे.
अच्छा वो काय के लिए?
शिवो मानसी का सुबह लिया ना इंटरव्यू.
अच्छा 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 वो जो चल रहा है.
हाँ उसमें एमसी के रोल में आ गई थी मैं. और दूसरा
अच्छा,
यहाँ
अच्छा.
मेरे खुद के इतने ज्यादा प्रोग्राम्स हैं और पापा
अच्छा
को नहीं छोड़ सकती तो फिर मेरा निकलना तो इम्पॉसिबल ही रहता है.
अच्छा ठीक है. जब तक ये चुप है तो हम लोग बात कर सकते हैं.
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
अविनाश कैसे हो आप?
फाइन पूनम जी, आप नहीं गए क्या उधर?
मैं कल जाऊंगी.
ओके.
आज मुझे काम था, मैं कल जाऊंगी.
रंजू
कल
फोन
सुबह.
करना उन लोग को.
रंजू अरे माइक तो ऑन कर.
क्या मजे का खाना बना रही हो पूनम?
हाय रंजना. तूने मिस किया ना. तू देख बॉम्बे आके तू नहीं खाया. देख तो
अब लग रहा है
गाइस